The four things that destroy a person's mind are lack of sleep, working while sick, talking in a loud voice constantly, not eating anything in the morning. There are four symptoms of anxiety in a person: change in mood, change in memory and thinking, change in body, change in behavior. A liar can be recognized by these signs: covering the mouth, touching the nose, shaking the head, rubbing the eyes, holding the ear, putting a finger in the mouth. Poverty comes to man due to four things: gluttony, luxury, carelessness, and lack of endurance. Man's sustenance is hindered by four causes: extreme laziness, disillusionment with hard work, despair of God, feeling ashamed of doing small work. Never complain about six things: your fate, your elders in front of your children, your parents, or your teacher, even if you forget. After leaving his guest, despite everything, his poverty. 5 things destroy a person: sleep, anger, fear, laziness, and procrastination. Your troubles are connected with your rudeness and ingratitude. Everyone in the world experiences pain, but still people do not understand the pain of others. More dangerous than our enemies are our friends who hypocritically play with our emotions. Life is 2 days. One day is in your favor, and the other day is against you. Don't be sad. Something lost gets back in another way. When someone wants to break up with someone, the first thing he does is cut off the sweetness of his tongue. Listen quietly to what is said against you and give time to respond. Overthinking destroys a person. Just pray and leave it to God. Albert Einstein was asked what kind of music is forbidden, and Einstein replied that it is the music that is splashed in the dishes of the rich that reaches the ears of the poor and the hungry. Be detached from the world and enjoy the survival of dignity. Don't waste your time chasing someone who doesn't want to be with you. I have seen many people without clothes on their bodies and many clothes without people inside. Time never comes back. Time dropped in the sea is a pearl that can be found again. There are many ways to reach God, but I chose God's most favorite way is love for creation. A man never forgets 3 things: his broken faith, unrequited prayer, and endless love. If you find all the roads closed, he will show you a hidden way that no one knows about. How bad is the betrayal of such a person who has entrusted himself to you? There are some things that are answered with silence. When the world forces you to kneel, that is the best time to prostrate. As long as you are afraid, someone else will take the decisions of your life. There is no room for shirk in real or virtual love. Wealth can be inherited, but recognition has to be earned. Silence is the sea, and conversation is like a canal. The sea is looking for you, so don't look for the canal. Troubles are a part of life. He who steps on his trouble wins, and he who rides it head-on breaks. True peace is found only when you seek God in solitude. Time is not always the same everything loses its meaning. Learn to listen to the silences. They only contain the truth. Among the worst times in a man's life, the worst time is poverty and youth. Be successful for those who want to see you fail. Moral happiness is the only thing by which people live in the memory of others. Sometimes a person does not break or scatter, he just loses, sometimes by fate, sometimes by himself. Everyone can turn their flaws into strengths. You can be anything in life, but the important thing is to be a good person. It is not easy to burn like a candle. You have to burn yourself to give light to others. Great and sensitive people are always worried. While living in the world, always do things quietly. One is hard work and the other is worship. He who has faith in destiny is not afraid of coming troubles. Don't hurt anyone because every action backfires. If you give too much food or respect to someone, he does not value it. Any suffering that brings you closer to God is a blessing. The worst to have the best Dayan has to fight for days.